built on the principle of landing pages. Aaron, in our next session here is I'm going to break off, and Aaron's actually going to show you how this thing works. I'm going to tell you why we've done it, and we won't try to bore you to death with a bunch of different screens here, but what this is, a landing page system is designed so that you can put the proper message out in front of the website. You can target market that message out on the internet to the people you want to target, so when they come back to learn about the opportunity or the products, it captures their information so you can work with those people. And it's got to do that quickly. It's got to do it in under 7 seconds. So there's all kinds of techniques that marketing companies will charge thousands of dollars to try to get you to pay, to teach you, or whatever the case being. What we wanted to do is take the dollar cost out of it, put them into one system, so you click it, you get access to 85–90% of those tools. Now, landing pages, again, think of them like a billboard. You drive down the road, billboard says something, you're not to the company yet. You've just seen their billboard. But you might learn a little bit from it. Now you're going to go home, you're going to pop up their website, it's driving a person to a place called a landing page. You landed there. That's why we use that term. Okay? Now here's an interesting trend. If you go to Google Trends, Google seems to be, we have a joke in the office that if you don't know the answer, go to the almighty Google. Because you can type in about anything and get your questions answered. But we typed into a site on Google that says, how popular are websites today? And on the top there's a trend that drops with the word website. But there's another trend at the bottom using the word landing page that begins to increase, and it starts in 2004. The term didn't even exist before that. Well, what is that? Why is it gaining so much popularity? Why are websites going down, landing pages going up? The answer is, if we're going to do any marketing on the internet, we might have to pay for it. So if we're going to spend $1 doing that, you want to know that you're going to get something back for that. And landing pages are great tools for you to do that, because if you put your landing page up, you spend your buck, it's going to gather information about what that message is. It's going to tell you whether or not they converted. So you're not going to continue pouring money into something that doesn't work. So this is a little bit about why the popularity there is going, because every marketer in the world is now driving prospects to be interested in their products or services or their business opportunities to a landing page so that they can effectively follow up and manage that campaign. So that's just some thoughts for you on that topic. Of course, 4 key principles. There's a formula. This is not just guesswork. It's actually science in the marketing industry. But the formula is your landing page needs to draw attention. It needs to quickly bring somebody to the point where they say, I'm interested in this. It also needs to create that interest and build desire in that message. Now, if we've got 7 seconds, we've got to use some techniques to help create that message. What you will see when you go out and look at these landing pages, but what you really won't know, is that a lot of information and resources and thought went into how those are designed so that we could accomplish this task without you guys knowing we were doing that. Take action. If the landing page doesn't give somebody the ability to take action, then nothing's going to happen. It just sits there. Now, when you think about that, somebody's going to take action. If you're going to gather someone's information, send them to the opportunity, taking action means that you need to take away their fear of using it, take away their risk. So a free trial, a free this, a 100% guarantee, something on there that says it's okay to put your information in. And that's how we begin to gather and then build relationships through warm marketing. Now, Aaron's going to cover just a couple of things on some science behind this in our session. But the official definition here is a landing page, sometimes known as a lead capture page, is the page that appears when a potential customer clicks on an ad or a search engine link. Marketers can measure advertisement effectiveness based on click-through rates. So there you go. maybe I've kind of covered that hopefully. Now for us, how does this apply to us? Well, I've got this term up there at the very top left, says attraction marketing. I like that term a lot because attraction means that I want to attract people to this opportunity. I want to, for the second part of this visit with you guys, for Aaron to go over. He's going to go through the system, and I'll just kind of stand over here if you want me to jump in.
Yeah, you can jump in whenever you want. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you, David. Boy, awesome to be here. Appreciate it. I heard a comment my wife made that somebody came up to her and said, "Man, everybody's so nice." And so I'm thinking, wow, what an awesome audience to get comments such as that. Okay, can we switch over to the computer? Or there you go. Oh. All right, Kevin Costner. Interesting. Growing up, this was a movie that I think all of us probably had watched at some point in time. And why I show this, it's kind of interesting, is in this movie, Kevin Costner is told that if he builds it, they will come. And he goes out and he builds this baseball field, and then they come. And it's interesting because when it comes to the internet, we kind of expect the same thing. We think, if we're going to go out there and put a page up, then naturally the people will just come. They'll just come in. And we'll get leads, and it'll be awesome. And that has been a major flaw with the internet and a problem, because a lot of people will throw their pages up, their sites up, and then they'll sit there and wait, and they'll be all excited to do the business, and then they'll go, nothing. Where's all the people? So what we set out to do, and what David mentioned, is it must have been the last 12 years we have been in the lending industry marketing. And that is an industry that has been very aggressive online. You couldn't go to a website without seeing some type of a lending ad. Being in that industry taught us a lot about marketing, what works and what doesn't work. What I have in front of you, and this is all, again, there's nothing we do that we don't go and research and back up and study and make sure that everything's in place the way it should be. But what we have in front of us here is a website called Wikipedia. I did the search term landing page, but what I want to point out to you is what's called a heat map. It's in the upper right-hand corner. And what this is this is a study that was done where they actually put clients in front of a computer and tracked where their eye movement went. So if they looked at the screen, where did their eye movement go, and where did it land, and where was the hottest spots on that site? And that type of technology has been merged into these landing pages. In this action page system, meaning that these are the hottest areas and in that hottest area needs to be your call to action. So I want you to visualize that, burn it in your mind, because I want to jump over real quick to one of the action pages. And you'll notice naturally, on this page here, you have a simple form. Where's it at? The hottest spot of the page. And I want to just point this out, so when you look at this, a lot of people look at websites and they just naturally think, oh, that's a beautiful picture. That's great. But there's actual more to it than that. And this is an example. In the upper right-hand corner, you have your call to action. Next to it, you have what we refer to as a SALT video. SALT videos are no more than 30 seconds. This video happens to be 33 seconds, and it's just enough to make them thirsty to want more. And in this video, when you get a chance to go play it, it shows a woman laying out on the beach with palm trees behind her, and it says, "Why do some people live like this?" And then it shows the busy streets of New York with people hustling as fast as you can, and it says, "While the rest of us live like this." Want to know their secret? It's the power of 3. Fill out this form to watch the Power of 3 video. That is all you need to tell them. Just enough to pique their interest, to draw them in, to make them curious. And then the second that form is filled out, let me just jump in here.